Hey y'all, I just found out this existed, and so I'm giving it a go. I was just having a really, really beautiful conversation with someone dear to me, and I realized that this morning a dream that I had just as much impact for the person I was sharing it with as it did for me. And so I wanted to share this here. And I want to get in the practice of doing videos about my dreams, and maybe you receive something about it, maybe you don't. But it feels like a way to share what is coming through me right now. Perhaps it's cringy, perhaps it's not. Again, I'm just going with what's here right now. So this morning, I woke up feeling really unsettled. I had this dream. It was so visceral, where I was in a room full of what seemed like family members. There must have been 50 to 100 family members in this room. And from what I was being shared, this was a birthday party for my father. And we were about to sing happy birthday for him. And as I look over to my left, my father is holding this massive cake, and all these people are surrounding him. And he has all these candles that are all over the cake. I see him as people start singing happy birthday, like looking helpless and desperate for support because the candles aren't lighting. And I look over to my right and I see my mother scrolling on her phone, sitting at a table, which, if you knew her in real life, that's completely not her MO. She's always engaged in taking photos. So I'm distraught looking in that way. And as I turn towards my father, I like move through the crowd, and I'm trying to light this lighter and light the candles, and they're not lighting. And I'm trying to take a candle and light another one, and nothing is allowing the candles to actually catch flame. They're like sputtering and glowing, but like not really getting to be fully lit flame. And people are still singing happy birthday, and it occurs to me in my dream to start moving like people out of the way and saying like he needs air, and that the flames aren't being able to get oxygen. And I still can't get the candles to light, and I wake up and I'm so distraught. I'm just like, what is this about, and what does it all mean? And like was really in some deep states of feeling very unsettled. And so I did something that I have never done, and I put my dream into ChatGPT and shared as many details as I could remember, as I just shared with you. And the things that emerged from this inquiry, this decoding of my dream, was around my mother and father representing my matriarchal and patriarchal lineage, and really the burdens that my legacy has carried, perhaps my father has carried. And the fact that he was in the center was really this representation of the ways that my lineage has perhaps suppressed or suppressed ways of expressing life force. And the flame was really this representation of vitality and life force and the spark of life. And my role within this dream was a representation of the ways that I have felt blocked or felt unable to do what I've set out to do to support expression and life force, and really these things that I really want to bring into fruition. And if you really knew me, I've been doing a lot of ancestral work for the last few years, and it's been really big on my heart and soul around how I am rewriting so many of the stories and things that have been passed down to my being, good things and challenging things, beautiful things and incredibly painful things. And after I sat with this information, I ended up doing a ritual to support and integrate and choose a different pathway from what my dream had really been revealing to me with a candle, and had the ability and time to breathe and to do some breath work and to do some intention setting around creating light and allowing that flame to exist. And it was so powerful when I lit the match and felt something different occurring, right? And just the visual of watching the flame and watching it glow as the sun was rising in the morning, because I woke up early, and writing about my intention and writing about being able to create space and openness for my family and for myself. And so I share all of this with you, because this is a process of integration for me. And in sharing this dream with my friend, I was really struck by the ways that, if we're thinking masculine and feminine, the ways that the masculine maybe has felt burdened and given so many different traditional roles within a family context that they need to maintain, that they need to show up for, that they need to be and exist in. And the ways at times perhaps that the women or the feminine has felt checked out or unable to do anything, right? Be able to show up, be able to support, be able to really nurture the burden that I think so many masculine energetics men have really had to hold within the traditions of the family context. And yes, I'm sure there are so many layers to tradition and the ways that on both sides we've experienced pain and trauma and suffering and miscommunication and misunderstanding and burden, and I'm not trying to capture all of that in this one dream. And yet it really struck me with the ways that we're all doing our freaking best to show up in this world with what has been handed down generation upon generation upon generation. And sometimes we're failing monumentally, and yet the pathways, the ways that we have the ability to show up in love, whether they're very, very small or very, very misunderstood or not how someone would want it, they're the ways that we know how to show up with love and to show up in our expression and to do what we have either seen done or to try and do something that we've never seen done before. And I'm just feeling the immense gift that feels that this dream has offered me, and perhaps it offers something for you today too. I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you for watching or reading or being here. And I'm so grateful to have this outlet that I just discovered on Substack.